We are told that a vaccine is the only long-term sure way to end the public health crisis, and the trial at Oxford University currently leads the way in Europe. But now an AIM-listed British biotech firm called Scancell is working with the University of Nottingham and Nottingham Trent University to create a new vaccine. But this one is different, as it would work against not only this current coronavirus, but also new strains that may emerge in the future. Well, joining me now to talk about this is Scancell's Chief Executive, Dr. Cliff Holloway. Cliff, welcome to you. So the USP of this vaccine is that it potentially offers longer lasting defences against coronaviruses. How does that work?
Yes, good morning, Ian, and thank you for having me on the programme. So our approach is to invoke two immune responses against the vaccine, against the virus that causes COVID-19. So we're trying to evoke a clearance response and also a prevent response. We're targeting two proteins of the virus, the N protein. So in that case, we're inducing very potent T-cell responses. And T cells are like the soldiers of our immune system. Their job is to identify and eradicate virally infected cells. So that's the clearance side. And what we do is come up with a mechanism to train them to be like elite troops, if you like. So they're far more efficient and long-lasting. So the second component is to target the S protein, and that's the prevent strategy. And what we do there is to invoke antibody responses. And these antibodies are like magic bullets, and they attach to the surface of the virus, and they can prevent it from entering a cell and infecting it. And so we think that by targeting two of the viral proteins and having these two immune responses collectively, that should translate to a more effective and long-lasting vaccine.
And are you testing this on human patients yet?
No, we're not quite there yet. No, we're in the laboratory. We're obviously working as hard as we can. We will need support to get to the clinic. We're hoping that with the right support and the right resources behind this, that we can enter into clinical trials potentially by the end of this year, if we can run a number of our experiments in parallel.
And in terms of regulatory approvals, I mean, this could take a long time, presumably, Cliff.
Yeah, look, I think there's a huge amount of effort in the drug development arena right now to expedite that process, as you well know. So what people are trying to do now is to do in months what we used to do in years. And so there's a great deal of effort globally to try and approve these vaccines as quickly as possible. And of course, it's not going to be just one vaccine. There's going to be more than one vaccine available. It's all about shots on goal. And of course, first and foremost, and what the regulatory authorities will be looking for is that they are safe. And that's the first priority. But there will be differences in how effective they are, how long lasting they are, and also how easy it is to manufacture at scale for mass immunization. And I think it's in these three areas that we can bring some advantages.
All right, Dr. Cliff Holloway, very good to see you. Thanks for joining me.